are here with the man of the hour. Our special guest has arrived, y'all. I want y'all to blow it up in the comment section with your emojis, man. Let them fly for the illustrious, the legendary man. He is one of our goats. Give it up for. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Hey, we have special rules here, man, and I have to adhere to the rules no matter how much of an OG you are, brother. We ask 3 questions of all our participants because this is a cipher, and we don't introduce you. You introduce yourself like a true MC. So 3 questions, brother. Who you is, where you from, and what you represent. Word and beat player.
Word up, word up. My name is J Rawls. I represent Columbus, Ohio, OH and a dime. And yo, I represent hip hop, man. Hip hop culture, hip hop beats, hip hop everything, all day, every day, man.
Bam, bam. J Rawls, thank you so very much for joining us here at WVCC. Thank you for taking time out of your day, brother, to just
Word
be
up.
with a bunch of hip hop heads from Miami, Florida. We have fans from all over the United States tapped in right now. They super surprised and enjoying the fact that we got J Rawls. We just played 20 minutes of some of your illest joints. I still have some in the chamber while we were waiting, man, but we're just enjoying it, man. Taking a trip through memory lane of all the heat that you've dropped, man, and we just thank you for being here with us tonight, man. How you feeling on a Tuesday night?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm sitting here working on a remix for DJ Matic and D Styles album right now, man. So I'm sitting there messing with some beats, man.
My man J Rawls is the truth, man. The only producer to come into the room with beats banging. Usually I have to be there like,
Working.
yo, turn down the radio a little and stuff. I'm getting the feedback. He comes in here with the beats banging. I mean, like, perfect introduction. Let's go.
Working, man. We don't stop, man.
Wow, deep no sleep, man. Uh, Jay, tell us a little bit about growing up in Ohio, man. You are a musician. What is your earliest musical memory, brother? If you could share that with us.
Yo, man, really it's really just man, just going through my dad's records, man. Like I'm not really a trained musician, man. I make it from ear and from feeling and just from the love. And my earliest days is just learning music from pops, man. And really, man, it's this, man. It's this. It's that vinyl, man. It's that vinyl, man. It's like that's what got me, like just falling in love with music, man. That's really what it was.
Um, what you attribute your love to jazz to your pops? What were some earlier records that he would play that you caught on to, and later on in life you're like, oh, that came from this.
Yeah. That's the truth. I mean, really, man, my dad was all kinds of jazz, man. I mean, he, of course, he liked the Coltrane's and the classics and stuff like that, but he was like a Roy Ayers fan. You know what I'm saying? He was Chick Corea. He was into some fusion a little bit, some Herbie Hancock. Just my dad was a big jazz head, man. So I got a lot of that from him, most definitely.
Oh, um, where where you grew up in Ohio, we have such great underground hip hop acts as Copyright and Megahertz come out of there. A lot of legends. What was the scene like for you growing up in Ohio, in the hip hop scene and getting your first, I guess, experience in production or rhyming in that atmosphere?
Yo, Ohio, man. Ohio was in the early days still trying to develop an identity, man. But it started to happen. Um, Cats was really just like rhyming about the stuff that that we dealt with over here, man. It wasn't really New York. It wasn't really L.A. So Cats was still learning and just doing the thing. And one group that they really shine a lot out here, man, was a group called Spirit. And
Okay.
Spirit, they was our OGs, man. That's how I learned how to, rap, my stage performance, how to hold the mic, everything. Watching them dudes, man, and they just held it down for the city, man. It's a lot of people, copyright, blueprint, a lot of cats that'll give Spirit their props. You know what I'm saying? Like from day ones, man.
You got him on one of your albums, right? What was it? The Hip Hop Effect.
I got them on the Hip Hop Effect, and I got them on the 15th anniversary of the Essence.
Okay.
Yeah, the Essence of J Rawls, man. I got them on that because they're that important to me, man. Them dudes did a lot for us, man, and I'll never forget that. I always, show love where love is it should be shown.
For all my people at home, what album from Spirit should they check out?
Man, they're the songs that's out, man. We did a 12-inch with them back in the day, man. They got a song produced by Fat John called Honey Bun Cafe. That's dope. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I
Fat
hooked
John is
that
a
up.
name I haven't heard in a while, man.
Yeah,
Fat
man. Yeah.
John is nasty.
Yes, he is. I hooked that up. Got him a Fat John track, and then I did one for him called For You, FOUR,
Okay.
and it's a dope, like real hype, energetic joint. And you could check that and you'll get a sense of, because it was their stage show, man. That's what did it for us.
Hmm. You mentioned Fat John, man. Did you ever know the dudes who used to run Counterflow down here in Miami?
Of course, of
Danny
course.
and these folks and stuff, man. That's family, man. That's all that.
Definitely, man. Counterfly. I ain't talked to him in a year. How you doing, man?
Man, Danny Dollars is I don't know if he bought clubs or what. He just disappeared into the ethos of the Miami club scene after the whole the Counterflow records, and they try to pop off with the Counterflow label that they
Okay.
had. But I remember at that time, man. He brought down a couple of years. They did the Infiltrate showcase, and they brought down uh, Cannibal Ox right before they dropped Cold Vein, man. We saw Aesop Rock down here. He brought them down during
Nice.
that was during when we used to do Winter Music conferences out here, man.
Oh man,
And
yeah. Oh wow,
he
yeah. Dope.
introduced us to Fat John, man. Just fantastic music coming out of that. Uh, at that time, that same group, that same community. I don't know if you knew Poncho DJ Maneuvers from that group.
I
Uh,
didn't.
DJ Anonymous from that group. Or these are the cats that ran the underground hip hop shows in the college radio scene out here at FIU Radio, WVUM.
I wish I had met him. Can I let you in on a secret, man?
Please.
I've never been to Miami. How about that?
Oh, then we got to change that, brother.
Fam, can we find some DJs, some promoters, somebody to bring your boy down to spin
Definitely,
some
brother.
tunes? I've never been to Miami. Can somebody get me to Miami, please?
Man, we just had Primo here for his birthday this past weekend. That shit was spilling over. We definitely got
Wow.
to get J Rawls down here, man. I will freaking work on making that happen.
Please,
Closer to the
please.
winter when it gets real cold up there, brother. I'll get you down here so you can freaking come
Hey
enjoy some
man,
Cuban food,
I
brother.
don't even care at this point. I've
He's like,
never
bring me down
been,
in the
so I'll
summer,
come
baby.
in the summer. I don't
Let's
care. Like,
go.
yeah, I gotta get the MIAO.
Yo, brother, we're gonna make that happen, man. But it was during that whole time that it first came across my speakers, man, as a young hip hop lover, 19, just out of high school, freaking just started smoking mad freaking herb and wanting to be a fucking MC. And
Yeah.
yo, I hear this track come out with these cats that I had just heard bubbling on some mixtapes. This cat named Talib Kweli, I think, man. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And I swear to God, man, the due process joint, the first time I recorded that on tape, playing on a college radio station, I thought I had recorded a joint from Black Star that wasn't released because I thought Rubik's was most the whole time. But yo, it wasn't until I got like freaking the
Word.
album that I'm there like, how come Most isn't on the credits and who's this Rubik's dude?
Right,
Um,
right. Who's
yo,
that?
but
That's what's up.
let's bring it back a step because that's how I got introduced to Lone Catalyst. Before we
Word.
heard it on college radio, you guys had to grind that shit out and be picked up. Can you please tell us the beginning and how you met with Jay Sands and forming Lone Catalyst?
Yeah, man. That was shoot. I actually met Jay Sands through my man Buka in Columbus, but we both actually went to the University of Cincinnati and didn't know each other down
Oh
there.
shit.
And so then once I had met him, I met him on Christmas break. By the time we came, that was like '94. By the time we came back in '95, we was working almost daily. It was a daily operation, like
Hmm.
Premier and Guru. We was making music just daily, and it was just for fun. We had no deal. We was, what I'm
Hmm.
saying, it wasn't nothing like that. And then through mutual friends, Dante from Mood, we ended up
Okay.
meeting Kweli, and that's how I through Kweli got on the Black Star album and ended up doing producing the song Brown Skin Lady and making some noise with that. And then after that, me and Jay Sands, we was like, yo, let's try to do something with our group, Lone Catalyst. So that's when Matt Fingers actually, man, from Guess Wild, man, he got us that first distribution deal through Buds in New York City, and they signed our they put that record out for us, no problem. and it was crazy, man. Like that record just that started making some noise, and then we just went from there.
And that beat is so classic. What can you tell us about that piano riff?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's some digging. That's some dusty crates. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
That's some digging. Um, my man Rashad, who produced, who's a great producer. He's produced for Stally.
Okay.
He's produced for Jadakiss and the Locks. I mean, he's got credits. He just recently produced Caleb McLaughlin from the Stranger Things. He just did his album,
Okay.
but his name is Rashad, and he's from Columbus, and he did the bass line. So I made the beat, and he was like, "Yo, I got an idea for this bass line," and he did that. Do, 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 do.
Yes, man. I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
ask
yeah.
you about that because that shit is so fucking crazy, dog.
Everybody loves that, man. That
Yes,
was
man.
Rashad, man. Rashad, he killed it.
Yeah, but did he run the bass through like a modulator? Because it sounds like a dum, 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 like I or is that the
Nah,
bass?
man, that's just that good old fashioned ASR 10, man. That's all it is.
Ah,
That analog, that it's that kind of equipment, man. You don't get that. Like I'm working on DAWs and stuff. It ain't the same feel, but that's what it is. That's what that was. Just a bass line from the ASR. It was a sample bass that I created, and I've been using it 30 years.
oh brother. What can you tell us about hip hop in that era, man? Because you have the special vantage point of growing up on one of the best eras of hip hop, what we call the golden era, the
Mm-hmm.
early '90s, and before that, and then being part and taking part of the first independent underground, what we call the independent as fuck era, where a group of hip hop stood up and said, "Nah, we ain't gonna do it the industry way. We ain't gonna do it the shiny, glitzy, glammy, and sell out and stuff. We're gonna keep this fucking raw hip hop." And you guys kept it alive for us, man. We look back at that and we say people like J Rawls, people like the 88 Keys kept that sound dope. People like Dilla kept that sound alive. Madlib at that time. What could you tell the people at home uh, as part of as being a hip hop fan? What was it like being a part of that movement?
It was really literally everything, man. That I just actually talked to my students about that today. We did a today at Ohio State. I teach a class on the art and politics of hip hop,
Hmm.
and today's class was about the underground era, and we talked about the ABB, Fondlem, Raucous, Stones Throw. We really got into that era, and that was a time when the culture said, "Yo, we don't want to do it this way. We want to be able to, we want this that raw hip hop, like where it first started. Like, we want that." And so, and then with the advent of independent record labels, it kind of just changed the game, man, and it allowed for people from all over the country. That I think that's really what changed it, because you didn't just have somebody. You didn't have to just be from New York or just be from L.A. to put out a record. You got Mad Skills and them out of Virginia. You know what I'm saying? And
You
then
had the whole
cats
movement going on in the Midwest with again the whole
Midwest.
rhyme
You got
styles.
All Natural in Chicago. You got Rhyme Sayers in Minneapolis. You got us and copyright and everybody coming out of Ohio. It's like you getting different styles and different feels, and it just changed the game. And it was just a great time for hip hop, man.
Fucking Scribble Jams going on up there, man. Freaking joining everybody together. We drove up from South Florida up to Scribble Jams when
Wow.
we just had to tap in, man. Yeah, that Juice and Rhyme Fest battled it
Was you
out.
there? You was
Yeah,
there for
yeah,
that?
yeah, for the final and stuff.
I was there too.
Yeah, man. I
Word
went up
up.
there with Recognizing Serum. They battled and shit. They got to the semifinals
Dang,
up
I
there.
ended up doing. I recognized. I ain't talked to him in a grip. What's
Yeah,
up with
man.
Recognize?
Record signed to Strange Music, man, and making music. He signed a solo deal with Strange, and he's with Mayday over at Strange too. And yeah,
Word.
man, still producing, put down music and stuff. He's got a really dope Twitch channel too, man. But so do you, brother. You are very active on Twitch. Can you tell the people a little bit about what you do? And all my people here are faithful Twitch viewers. Once they jump out of here, they're gonna go to another channel and stuff. So please let them know where to follow you and what you're doing on your channel.
Word up, man. I'm twitch.tv / J Rawls 82, man. Please give me a follow. I'm trying to catch up. I'm a little late on the Twitch game, but I have a show called Live at Home. I do it every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I rock a variety of stuff, man. Like I'll do a whole underground set where you might hear some Cannibal Ox, the Company Flow, that kind, and then I might go into a disco set, some old classics or do some or jazz sets. So I do a lot of different things, man. I've been, doing a house set. Last week I did a whole Brazilian set, man,
Oh
just
shit.
straight Brazilian joints, rocking. So, I do a little bit of everything. Some days I'll play old classics, mood songs, quality and high tech songs that never came out, Lone Catalyst songs that never came out. Like I do stuff like that and just kind of, give treats for the people listening.
Bam, bam. Yo, gotta tune in Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern time. J Rawls 82. Everybody that's out there, I'm gonna put it up. Kahim, if you could do me the favor, man, slap it up there at J Rawls 82. That way everybody could tap in and give them a follow real quick. Um,
Word.
you've alluded to it that you teach a class in a local university. I doing my research across a couple of different interviews, and one of them that was real dope. And as I watched it, it was 10 years ago, right? And you were talking about a vision that you were trying to unravel, that you were trying to manifest of joining hip hop and education, your two passions, your loves. And I was sitting here, I'm there like, man, what a blessing, what a grace, man, for to be in a position where the homie Sharif says, "Hey, you want to freaking interview Jay Rawls?" I'm like, that's one of my idols. I would love to interview him. And I go back doing the math, and I see, man, 10 years ago he was talking about this, and I get to ask him now, how's that vision been developing? Right? How's that been coming to fruition? Can you tell us a little bit about hip hop ed,
Man,
man?
you just blew my mind. I would like to see that interview from 10 years ago. You might have to send it
I
to me, yo,
will. I
'cause
will. I have it
I would
saved.
I because that's I told people like I've been talking about this forever. Like this has been a long time coming and it's been tough and we're still a long ways away. You know what I'm saying? I always had that vision of combining them because I was as a classroom, I was a K-12 teacher. I taught everything from 4th grade up to college and I was noticing that I was building good relationships with my students based on hip hop. They come in some threes, I'd be like, "Oh, I like what's up with them? Oh, I ain't got them." And then they might see my shoes, my J's like, "Yo," and we had things in common, so we would, talk. They might like Lil whoever or Young whoever, right? And I'm like, all right, that's what's up. We'll check out these Nas lyrics. And so we comparing lyrics. And next thing I know, I got them in the classroom comparing and contrasting and talking about analogies and learn. And they're like, I'm like, hold up, they learning, but we talking about stuff they can relate to. And so that's where it all came from and then it kind of clicked. And it's been a movement, man. There's a lot of people in this hip hop ed movement. My brother John Robinson, he
Hmm.
wrote the book with me. JR, yes sir. Me and him wrote a book called Youth Culture Power.
Hmm. Don't
And it's
don't get
about
ahead of me.
using
Don't get ahead of me. You're eating
oh,
up
oh,
all my
my
questions.
bad,
You're eating up all my questions. No, but
but yo,
but
I
but
mean,
ac-
I'm just
actually
saying, man, that's part.
let's
That's,
unpack that, man, because I know John Robinson, another teacher, and I know that he did like a kids book, right? Like it's didn't he do like a hip hop storybook or something, like an educational book for kids or something? Or I know I saw a video of him, like a music video of him in the class, and there was some animation in it, something.
Yeah, that was something. That's something else. He's been in a whole bunch of different stuff, man. So yeah, but John Robinson is doing a lot of this hip hop ed work, man.
Yeah,
He's
and
working
I
hard.
didn't know that you guys were together on one second. I have it right here, man. I wanted to talk about it at the end because I know you're promoting it heavy on your page. YCP, man. Tell the people at home about what does it stand for?
Youth Culture Power, man. And so it's called Youth Culture Power, a hip hop ed guide to building teacher student relationships and increasing student engagement. So the book is primarily about using youth culture to help build those relationships if you're in the classroom. But it also works for parents. It works for police officers, people in the
I was about
community.
to
If you
say.
coach, it works. You gotta understand that these kids, man, they like what they like. So why try to take that away from them? Why try to strip them of their culture when they come in the classroom or that kind of thing? You don't have to do that. You just work with them. And you know, it's been a good ride, man. It's been a lot of work, and we're still pushing hard to get into universities. John and I do professional developments for teachers all over the country,
Okay.
and we actually teach them how to incorporate youth culture and hip hop based education in their classroom. So it's been going well.
Ah, man. And you see, and it's fantastic because when I see, I'm here like, man, 10 years ago he was saying, "Yo, I have this vision. I want to." And now that you're seeing fruits that you guys have
Yeah,
material on it, that you guys are going out and
yeah,
teaching others and
yep,
spreading that and empowering others to do the same. Because that's all. We can't conquer the world ourselves, man. But what we can
word,
do is lead by example, teach somebody else to help us out, and each one teach one and conquer masses, bro. Um,
indeed.
can you tell the people when was it that you made the pivot from? I mean, we deal in hip hop community and a hip hop um I guess bubble that we think we become stars and everybody lives the lavish life and we go to the clubs every weekend and
Mm.
that's not reality, is it, brother? We
No
get up to
sir,
40 and the clubs ain't fun anymore. And
no
when what
sir.
when was it that you made the pivot from music, putting out music to, yo, I got something else to give here, and there's got to be another way of putting bread on the table too.
No doubt. I had to make that early, man. I'll be honest with you. For like, it wasn't. Maybe a couple years I didn't work a job, man. But other than that, I always worked because I wasn't making that kind of money to support my family. And I think that's really when I pivoted. I had kids, and I had to provide for my kids. They can't eat hot dogs and beans and wieners. I mean, I can't. Nah, they need Pampers. They need diapers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to have responsibility. So um, actually, man, talking to like Grap Lover, J Live, Asher Rue, them dudes was teachers, man, and they was like, "Yo, you should try that," And my cousin mentioned it, and so I ended up teaching, man, and fell in love with it. So that really worked because it gave me my summers, it gave me the Christmas breaks, all that kind of thing to be able to still do music. So it's all about adapting and figuring out what's going to work for you, and that's what I ended up doing, and you know, that's how I pivoted early. Like, yo, I'm not gonna make it and be rich off of music. That wasn't about to happen. And I realized that and just kept moving.
But it never stopped you from making music, as we see all behind you. You have your
Never.
man still pumping out. Some of your most serious work came out after the hits that we know of, right?
Correct.
I wanted to introduce John Robinson into the conversation by asking you who is 1960.
No doubt. JR, JR is a play on both of our initials. He's John Robinson, I'm Jason Rawls. And we both was alikes just musically. We just enjoyed, certain types of music. We kind of did our thing. And so, it was kind of a no-brainer to do an album, and we both love jazz, and we both like to teach and learn in history. So the first album was called the 1960s Jazz Revolution again. And on that album, me and John actually talk about the history of jazz. We talk about different things that have been going on with jazz, but we do it with a jazz hop feel. We
Hmm.
added the hip hop to it and the boom bap, and so that's
Tell the
that's
people
why
at
that's
home.
one of
Tell the people at home what
yeah, go
jazz
on.
hop is, man. Because
Indeed.
you've coined that, man. You have
Yeah, jazz hop is a word that I came up with my brother B Jazz, man. When we was working on the Liquid Crystal projects back in like 2005 and 2006, because we were going for a jazzy sound, but we needed that boom. You need that boom bap with the horns and with the pianos and the Rhodes and the keys. It's like, yeah, that feels good, and that's what jazz hop was intentional. We intentionally made it to be that way.
yo. I opened up the show tonight. If you want to freaking go back and right
Yeah,
to the show at all, and you just press play, the first thing you're gonna hear is your tribute to Jay Dilla.
word.
Could you tell the people at home just a little bit about what Dilla meant to you and
Yeah.
what he still means to the culture now?
Dilla means everything to the culture, and Dilla definitely meant everything to me. Dilla was he was just a trendsetter, man. Like, people still trying to make beats the way he made beats, 10, 15 years ago. and we still trying to catch up, and we haven't. You know what I'm saying? He was just incredible, and even at the time, man, like when we made a tribute to Dilla, we did that while he was still alive with the notion of getting. I had never met him, but I knew House Shoes and I knew Illa J. And so my whole point was to make sure that he heard it, and I was planning on giving it to them to give to Dilla, and he ended up passing like the month before the record dropped, man. So he never got to hear it, and I gave it to my Dukes, and I just, I handed it to her. I just like, yo, thank you. What do you say? You know what I'm saying? But that record meant a lot to us, and I think a lot of people enjoy it as well. So I appreciate that. But it was never meant as a tribute after his death. A lot of people
Oh,
think that's what it was, but it was meant for him to hear. He was still alive when we made it.
oh wow, man. The little caveats, the little Easter eggs that you find out during interviews.
Hmm.
Have you heard the new Fife album?
You know what? I haven't. I got it. I got it ready to listen to, but I haven't been in the car long enough to hit the play button because that's where I listen to all the new music.
I got you. While you're riding out, man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a little sad though, man, for the same reason. A
Yeah.
lot of the songs are life just post getting the new kidney and all this hope about life. And he's got a song about looking forward to raising his kids and reaching out to his friends. And he's got a song about, man, I wish I could have talked to you about Dilla and stuff. I wish I could have built with you more while you were here. We were always just playing phone tag and stuff. And he says in the lines that like, don't worry, my Dukes, I got you from here on out. And all of this good intention that you hear in his,
Dang.
you never know, man. It's
Yeah.
right there, man. But that's why it's important to put out music, to create, to
Agreed.
be able to touch people, man. To be that, because no, man.
Word up.
Brother, what can you tell the people at home about what you're working on now? I know that I saw on your page, your Bandcamp. Did you just release Jazz Hop 2, or are you about to release?
And now Jazz Hop One. It's called
Okay,
hashtag Jazz Hop. It just came out on Friday, man. And this album is a return to, that classic J Rawls from '99, 2000. That I've been making different types of stuff, and people were just like, "Yo, I miss those. Them jazzy beats and that stuff you used to do." And so I was like, you know what, I got you, and that's what jazz hop is, and it's intentionally those kind of beats and that kind of feel. It's meant to take you back to the early 2000s and the late 90s. It's meant to feel like that, and I think it feels pretty good, man.
um, all my MCs out there, go get it. Bandcamp J Rawls. What's the Bandcamp, Jay?
Yeah, polarentllc.bandcamp.com, man. Check us out. My whole catalog is on there, man. I got some joints, man. Check it out.
And what are you cooking up for the people now, man? Who can we look forward to hearing you with? You were telling us a new remix that you're working on now and stuff. What else you got cooking in the
Yeah, I'm actually Rhett from the world famous Beat Junkies and myself. We have an album coming, so we'll be back to the interview table when that
All
drops.
right.
We have a producer's album. Me and him worked on it. We got everyone from Blue to Razcast to Illa J and Frank Nitt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Trek Life Superstition. I mean, we
Superstition's
came
my
with some stuff.
motherfucking.
Yeah, we got
Oh
Craig
man.
G on it. Like we're not playing, man. This album is serious, and I think people gonna enjoy it.
All right. What's that gonna be called?
It's gonna be called Role Reversal.
Role Reversal, Redmatic and J Rawls, man. Oh, that's just fucking worth looking into, man. I'm looking forward to that. Yo, tell me during the Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One verses, right? That Greg G and Master Ace didn't look, they looked unscathed by time. They were the only ones up there that was like, we do this on the regular. Don't worry about
Right,
this. Yo,
right.
looking like masters up there, man.
Yeah,
So,
man.
man, salute to all our OGs like yourself, like the Craig G's, like the Master Aces that are still putting out dope hip hop at a
Yeah,
high caliber, at high quality, man.
definitely.
It's because of you guys that we could say, nah, hip hop is still alive and well. There's still good hip hop out there and great alternatives to the stuff that I don't complain about hip hop, man. There's
Me neither.
there's plenty of good shit out there if we just tap into it, man.
You
Uh,
just gotta find it, man. You got the right attitude, bro.
um,
Real talk.
Jay, let them know where to tap into you so that they can pick up everything you drop in the future, brother.
Yo, man, the best way to reach me and holla is Twitter at J Rawls 82 and Instagram at J Rawls 82. PolarEntLLC.com is the website with everything on there.
That's Polar, like solar, but with a P, like polar.
That's it.
POLARENT. What is it?
LLC.
LLC.com.
.com.
Bam. I'm putting it up there for all the people to follow you.
Good looks.
Bam. You guys follow J Rawls. Jay, do me a huge favor, man. Can we just get a drop from you? All we need. Let them know who you are. Let them know you're rocking with WVCC. Saif Life. Can you do that for us?
Yo, J Rawls, man. Check 1 2 1 2. I'm rocking with WVCC Saif Life.